Hello everyone and welcome back to Easy Dentistry. Hope you all are really doing good. Today we are back with another important lecture from pharmacology, that is on the topic immunosuppressant drugs. But if you are new to the channel, first subscribe to us right now and also put on the notification bell so that whenever we upload a new lecture you get a notification of it. Also, all the knowledge on easy dentistry is absolutely free of any cost. So you just have to do one thing, that is subscribe to our channel and keep your knowledge updated. So let's begin with today's lecture. What are immunosuppressant drugs? These are the drugs which inhibit cellular, humoral, or both the cellular and humoral response. So, these are the drugs which inhibit either the cellular immune response or the humoral immune response or both of them. So, what is the use of such drugs? The immunosuppressant drugs are mainly used when organ transplantation is done. So, because when organ transplantation is done, suppression of the immunity of the patient is necessary so that the organ is accepted by the body. So, immunosuppressant are drugs. Drugs are used when organ transplantation is done, and these drugs are also useful in autoimmune diseases. Now, let us study the classification of the immunosuppressant drugs. Easy to remember mnemonic for the classes of immunosuppressant drugs is caring to patient brings gratitude. Now, let us see how to use this mnemonic. Caring for calcineurin inhibitors, 2 for Mtor inhibitors, patient is for antiproliferative drugs, brings is for biological agents, and gratitude is for glucocorticoids. First, the calcineurin inhibitors, let us study them. The calcineurin inhibitors include the cyclosporine and tacrolimus. Now, this cyclosporine is a cyclic polypeptide and it is highly reactive immunosuppressant agent, and it has shown marked success in organ transplantation. Cyclosporine selectively inhibits the T lymphocyte proliferation and inhibits the interleukin 2 and other cytokine production, and it reduces the response of the inducer T cells to interleukin 1. Now, this cyclosporine enters the target cells and it binds to the cyclophilin, which is a protein present inside the target cell. Now, this complex formed by cyclosporine and cyclophilin, it inactivates the calcineurin inside the cell. This inactivation of the calcineurin results in failure in the response of helper T cells to antigenic stimulation. There is failure in the antigenic stimulation, resulting into T cell proliferation and production of killer lymphocytes. Now, the cyclosporine, it selectively suppresses the cell-mediated immunity and it prevents graft rejection in a patient. The adverse effects of using cyclosporine is that it reduces the liver function, it causes hyperplasia of gums. So, this is a dental consideration while using cyclosporine. It results in increased blood pressure and diabetes in the patient, and use of cyclosporine also sets in the opportunistic infections in the patient. Now, the uses of cyclosporine, it is the drug of choice to prevent graft rejection, and it is the second line drug used in autoimmune diseases. Now, the second kind of these The second type of calcineurin inhibitors is the Tacrolimus, which is 100 times more potent than cyclosporine, and it also does not cause any gum hyperplasia. The second group of the immunosuppressant drugs are the Mtor inhibitors, which include sirolimus. Now, the sirolimus is a new and more potent drug, and it is a macrolide antibiotic known as rapamycin. Now, this sirolimus, it binds to FKBP, and this complex formed by sirolimus and FKBP, it inhibits the mTOR. So this inhibition of the mTOR results in interruption of signaling pathway of T cell proliferation. Now, sirolimus coated stents are also used, which reduces restenosis. Also, it does not cause gum hyperplasia and nephrotoxicity. The third group of immunosuppressant drugs are the antiproliferative drugs, which include azathioprine, methotrexate, cyclophosphamide, and mycophenolate mofetil. Azathioprine is a marked immunosuppressant which is selectively uptaken by the immune cells and converted into 6-mercaptopurine, and this 6-mercaptopurine, it affects the differentiation and function of T cells. Uses of azathioprine is to prevent the renal and other graft rejection. It is used in ulcerative colitis and rheumatoid arthritis. Methotrexate, it reduces the cytokine production and it also reduces the cellular immunity. It has marked anti-inflammatory action and it is the first line drug for rheumatoid arthritis, psoriasis, pemphigus and myasthenia gravis. Cyclophosphamide is another kind of anti-proliferative drug which has marked effect on the B cells and on the humoral immunity. The uses of cyclophosphamide are in bone marrow transplantation in pemphigus, systemic lupus erythematosus and thrombocytopenia. The fourth group of immunosuppressant drugs are the biological agents. These biological agents are biotechnologically produced recombinant proteins or monoclonal or polyclonal antibodies. Now, these biological agents are directed against the cytokines or the lymphocyte surface antigens. The biological agents which are used for immunosuppression are etanercept, anakinra, daclizumab, muromab, CD3 and anti-thymocyte globulin. The mechanism of action of etanercept: the tumor necrosis factor receptor binds with immunoglobulin G1 and neutralizes the TNF alpha or tumor necrosis factor alpha and beta enzymes. This neutralization of TNF alpha and TNF beta causes inflammation in the patient. Now, etanercept, it blocks this inflammatory action and thus helps in immunosuppression. Now, the fourth group of the immunosuppressant drugs are the glucocorticoids, which are also very potent inflammatory and immunosuppressant drugs. These inhibit the MHC compression and it also inhibits the T cell proliferation. These two have marked effect on cell-mediated immunity. Now, corticosteroids and cyclosporine, they are together used in organ transplantation and they are used in severe autoimmune diseases. The adverse effects of the glucocorticoids include increased risk of opportunistic infections and development of lymphoma and related malignancies. So, next lecture will be on the antimicrobial drugs. Please subscribe to our channel. Till then, happy studying.